Welcome to Lockdown Lab, and today I'm going to take you to North Africa and we're going to cook couscous with chicken tagine. And I've got enough here for about 6 people. I've got dried figs, fresh majdoul dates. We'll use some normal lemons, some spices, and then I'm going to try and use a few ingredients that I found rummaging around in the fridge. So half a red onion, a carrot, some sweet potato, normal potato, and then I'm going to innovate a bit and use some saffron in milk. And finally, I also have the challenge of using up these sprouts and half a grapefruit. Tagine is very much a sort of mountain food for the Berbers, very traditional from the Atlas Mountains of North Africa. And whilst they wouldn't have had sweet potato there, it'll just be a perfect addition to our dish. So here's a little trick for quickly separating your garlic out, if you want to. Something I learned from my dad, actually. So I experienced this dish mainly while spending time working in Marseilles in southern France, where there is a large community of North Africans from Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. I love the rustic nature of this dish, and the dried fruit are used with the meat, whether it's lamb or chicken. And I particularly liked the use of preserved lemons because in the old days, before electricity, the Berbers wouldn't have had a way to store food and keep it fresh in the way that we do these days. And so for them, preserved lemon was the marinade, if you like, to keep meat fresh for a few days. My attempt to cook tagine and couscous is combining it with my own experience of travels elsewhere, which is why I'm using the saffron. It would have come from Persia. More or less ready here with our onion. We'll just get that going for the main tagine. Salt to taste. And I managed to pick up a bit of le phare du Capon harissa in the local supermarket today. A traditional spice to put in. Harissa is of course very spicy, so I'm just going to put in a dab of this stuff. Since I've got a family that's not a big fan of really spicy food, just a few drops of that stuff has already added colour to this base. And harissa is of course coming from the Arabic har, which means hot. So it literally is hot by taste and hot by name. Add a spoon of cumin, actually make that 2 spoons, and 1 spoon of coriander. As you know, I'm not much of a measurer, so more or less a spoon or so would be fine. Add in some smaller heirloom tomatoes as well. The idea with a good tagine is that it has to be almost like have a strong tomato base, have plenty of fluid and juices in it, so that the couscous will absorb some of it and you'll have a good flavoursome sort of meal to eat. Got my 12-year-old son doing the filming here, is beginning to become a bit of a dab hand. Mint is of course pretty traditionally used, so I'm just taking the leaves off the major stalks. There we go. So I've been thinking about what to do with my grapefruit, and I'm going to make a zesty sprouts and grapefruit salad, which I think will blend well because you've got a tanginess of the lemon in the tagine, and that'll sort of blend, I hope, with the tanginess of the fruit salad. No, that's not good. Do that again. There we are, there's our salad. I'm just going to spoon out a couple of the well done vegetables. I've got a tomato there, I'm just going to spoon it right into here. There we go, it's beginning to look a little bit stewy already. And then I'm just going to be a bit lazy and I'm going to put that carrot and potato right in. Vegetable juice, quite handy. Now, little trick, got the sharp knife here, and I'm actually just going to slice these up in the pan. Yeah, absolutely, that's absolutely soft. So this just saves me having to take it all out, put it on the chopping board. Yeah, that's great. Pretty nice flavour coming through. With the harissa, that's just used a little bit of it, but absolutely put its signature on this. And look at the way we're just slicing through the carrots here. This carrot is nicely soft now. And the last bit, I think I'm just going to spoon out so we don't have that seedy bit. Here goes the chicken. Dried figs. Dates on top. I actually hear that chicken beginning to whistle as it starts to cook. You film it? So this is more or less cooked, nearly done. What I'm going to do now is do a bit of cheating and quickly prepare our couscous. So I'm going to steal a bit of the juice from here. So couscous takes 1 minute. Pan, 2 mugs, the amount of couscous you're going to cook, and in your other mug, the amount of juice that we borrowed from our tagine. Top it up with boiling water to the same level as the couscous. Pour the couscous in first. And then pour the water in. Switch off the heat, cover it up, done. So let's have a look at our couscous, and we've just left it to settle there, and it's now settled very nicely, just using the fork to break it up. And it's got that lovely smell coming from the main tagine. And I've got my saffron. So this is my own little touch. My nice posh new French casserole dish. Oh, look at that, lovely. And as you can see, the chicken is a little bit on the sort of white side because I've just spiced it lightly. So we have couscous and chicken tagine, North African style, with a improvised sprouts and mint and grapefruit salad. Thank you for coming to Lockdown Lab.